up, y'all? Today we are going to build a dollhouse. And we're going to try to build this in one day. Let's start with the kitchen. I took our realistic kitchen and I printed it in a grayscale to save on that color ink. Now I couldn't just put it in grayscale from the dark brown. I had to actually lighten it, otherwise it was just too dark. Take the printables for the refrigerator. This refrigerator is a little smaller and thinner than our first one, but thicker than the one in our apartments. So let's go ahead and cut it out. There's a template this time and 3 covers. The 2 side covers are also templates. Glue the sides and the template onto black foam board. I use a fresh blade on my X-Acto knife and cut it out. Cover the template with the refrigerator printable, wrapping it around the edge. Glue the sides to the back of the front. Cut another piece of foam board to go on top to make the refrigerator. Oh wow, that took me 20 minutes? I need to go faster. Let's make the stove. This one I went ahead and printed in color just because I wanted that blue glow. Cut everything out. This one has 2 templates, so we're going to glue those onto the foam board along with the sides, which are black. So we're going to glue those down as well. Cut them out. Cover the back of the stove with the back of the stove printable. Take the stove front and then the side panels, and we're going to glue those onto the back. Now it can stand up, and I'm going to use a ruler to find the measurements for the opening. Cut a rectangle to those measurements, then glue it between the sides. Then cover it with the printable. Then glue the back to the front to make the stove. Since we've made many of these items before, it is a little easier to go faster. Let's make the small cabinet, and I made another printable just for the doors. Let's cut everything out, glue the templates onto foam board, cut them out, glue the sides behind the front of the cabinet, cut and glue another piece on the bottom. I used an extra template just to get me started. Then cover with the printables. And the words are actually printed on the wrong direction, so I just have to turn this to the side, then it will fit. And that makes a very simple cabinet. But I want to add a little more dimension, so I made some printables for the doors. I glued them on a foam board, cut them out, and now I'm going to cover them with another printable. If you don't want to use printables, you can always use scrapbook paper, and you can use cardboard instead of foam board. Then we're just going to glue these right on top for a little dimension. All right, we're like totally monochromatic at the moment, but you know, we printed in grayscale, so I'm going to use our double drawers for a lower cabinet. Let's check the time. Ugh. I knew the kitchen was going to take the longest, and that's why I started with it first. And we're going to make this the same way as the small cabinet, only this time we leave the top open. I went and designed another small cabinet, and I have it right there on the end. Then I made a small one to go above it, and I made a large cabinet to go above this one. And then the short one will go above the stove. We had a lot of requests for a printable microwave, so here it is. It's been designed to go under the short cabinet, so here is the template, and then here is the cover. Let's quickly make that. I did make a template for the bottom, but we're gonna need to trim that. I didn't worry about adding the top because we're going to glue this right underneath the small cabinet. So let's go ahead and do that. And now it's about the same size as the large cabinet, so it's gonna look like that. I glue all 3 of these together, so when everything's put together, it will look something like this. But we still have to make the countertops. I turn the cabinet upside down and place it on to foam board, trace around it, and we're gonna need that to extend a little farther than the front. I also trace the inside so I can plan out the sink. Cut it out, making sure it does not extend past the sides of the cabinet. Now we just need to draw the sink and cut it out. Cover it with the printable marble, then cover it with clear packing tape to make it shiny. Glue it on top, then glue in strips of foam board to make a box around the sink, giving it a finished look on the other side. Use wire and beads to make a faucet. Make the other countertop for the small cabinet. So now we have all of the parts for the kitchen. That took 2 hours and 31 minutes. Everything should go a little faster now that the kitchen is done. So I'm going to take a large piece of foam board. I lay it down to start planning my floor space. I want everything to fit on one piece of foam board, so let's give it a try. I think we can place the kitchen in this back corner. Then maybe we can place the bedroom area over there, a seating area, and a little eating area. The bathroom, now that's going to be a tricky one. I'm using this wood grain printable for the floor, and I'm going to use our subway tile for a backsplash in the kitchen. But first, we might need some walls. I take another piece of foam board, cut it to 18 inches tall, and glue it onto the back. I put the kitchen back in place so I know where to cover the wall with the subway tile. Glue the paper onto the wall. That took 2 pages of tile. I want to go ahead and add a wall right here. So I cut and glue on another piece of foam board. Glue down the wood floor printable. That took 9 pieces of paper, so that was a lot of ink. But now I can glue the kitchen in place. I took a leftover piece of foam board and cut it to the top of the kitchen. And I cut a couple of smaller pieces for above the refrigerator, cover them with paper, and glue them in place, giving us a little shelving. We're at 5 hours. Cut a 1/2 inch piece of foam board and glue it onto the side, marking the end of that space. Let's add our printable door right about here. Add 1/2 inch foam board around it. Then I use a silver push pin for a knob. Then I added silver push pins to all of the knobs in the kitchen. If you don't feel comfortable with push pins, you can always use beads. I cut another piece of foam board for the wall on the other side, but on this wall, we are going to cut out some large windows. Here is my foam board wall, and we need clear plastic from packaging. I cut a large rectangle, cut cardstock into thin strips, lay down the wall with the good side facing down. So this is the back of my wall. Use the clear plastic to decide where the window should go. Lightly trace around it, remove the plastic, then draw an inner line. I chose to do about a 1/2 inch. Cut on the inner line to cut it out. Glue the black strips of cardstock onto the clear plastic, making a grid. Then we can glue it to the back or to the front. I think I'm going to go with the front, and I'm going to trim it down just a little. Then just glue it down. Cut black foam board into 1/2 inch strips and glue it around the edge to make a large window. Now we could leave this as is. We can see right through the window, but I want to obstruct the view a little so we don't have to be so concerned about what's outside. So I lay it down so the good side is facing down, then use my hot glue gun to color behind the squares. Now you really want to move quickly here and don't use too much glue because you don't want to melt the plastic. To make a glass brick window that we can still kind of see behind, but not really. Glue it onto the side. Okay, so now the room is pretty much built. I take the cutout from the window and I'm going to glue our marble printable on top. Trim off the excess, cover with tape to make it shiny. So the bathroom is going to be this free-flowing room that we can move around wherever we want. But if I want to place it right here, I really didn't give myself enough space to clear the window. So I'm just going to trim it a little. 8 hours! Okay, less talking, more crafting. I cut 2 pieces of foam board for the walls, cover one side with the marble print, and tape, glue them to the floor to make a corner room. I cut and covered another small piece of foam board, and I'm going to glue it right here, or about here. But first, I printed out a cabinet at 80%, so it's a little smaller. Okay, so I took a break to eat, and be a human, so now we're at 10 hours and 31 minutes. Put it together. and glue it into the room right on the edge. I have a clear appetizer bowl. I got this at the grocery store, and I made another faucet. Glue the faucet onto the counter, then glue on the appetizer bowl. Add a toilet. I'm using a Poopsies toilet. And we're gonna just put that right here. Take the marble strip, glue clear plastic from packaging on one of the sides, glue it into the room. Use wire, beads, and buttons for details. Add a mirror above the sink. You can use foil paper or a locker mirror. I'm using an OMG mirror to make the bathroom that we can place up against the wall and move when we need to see behind it. And since we can place it anywhere, we can use it to add corners to the apartment. But I'm not loving this seam here, so I'm going to cover it with scrapbook paper. I decided to go with this paper because it's a little more subtle. Add the printable door on the side for another detail. Here, I'm placing it on the side. It is hanging over the edge, but from this angle, it looks pretty cool. You can totally see into this little apartment. And now our studio apartment is ready to be moved in. All we need is a bed, a couch, and a table and chair set. Let's start with the bed. And I'm gonna make it 11 inches to save a little space and 8 inches wide. I cut two 11 by 8 rectangles. Use the 2-inch strips we cut off the walls to frame 3 of the sides. Then cut another piece for a headboard. Cover it with paper. I'm using my wood grain again. Once everything's been covered, glue on the headboard. Take the remaining rectangle and score a line on one side so it can bend and snap. I covered the edges with white paper to make them look a little neater. Now I'm just going to glue down the front part of the foam board on top of the frame to make a bed with storage. Add your favorite doll bedding. If we put the bathroom on the side, the bed fits perfectly in that little space. And if we want a better view, we just move the bathroom. For the couch, let's use some black foam board. I cut a 10 by 3.5 inch rectangle. Then I cut a 4 by 10 and a 2 by 10. On the 2 by 10 and the 4 by 10, we're gonna cut a little trapezoid out of the bottom. I cut it from the 2-inch strip first, then use the cutout as a pattern on the 4 by 10 inch rectangle. Glue the 2-inch onto the front of the 3.5 inch. Glue the other one in the back, and I'm gonna add some 1/2-inch strips on the sides for a little extra support to make the frame of our couch. I took an old placemat and made 6 pillows in 3 different sizes. I'm taking the 2 small pillows and I'm gonna glue them right onto the sides. I take the leftover trim from the placemat and I'm gonna glue it right onto the edge. Then add the larger pillows on the bottom and the smaller pillows in the back. We're gonna need those to stay up. There we go. With the bathroom on the side, look at that angle. Love it! Now let's turn the bathroom to the side just to give us a little more space. I'm thinking we should go ahead and close this wall off. Yeah, let's do it. Now we have a finished edge no matter what side we're on. Let's move the bed up against the wall. Then we can place the bathroom right here. The couch can go in front. Let's add our printable fireplace. Frame it with foil scrapbook paper for a built-in fireplace. Cut and stack 1-inch strips of foam board. Cover with the wood grain paper, then glue it above the fireplace to make a mantle for art, decorations, or a TV. I can also put that painting on the wall so we can place some holiday decorations above the fireplace. Now we need a coffee table. I cut a piece of foam board to make a 5 and a 2/4 inch rectangle. Repeat to make 2. Then I cut 2 2-inch by 2¼ inch rectangles. Glue them together to make a box. I cut another piece and covered it with paper. I glue it right on top to make a coffee table. Let's lay down a rug to define this space. We do have printable rugs. This one is a mouse pad. And we could place a few books on the table for a little clutter. Let's make another table that's a little longer and a little wider and a little taller. Only this time I cut rectangles out of the bottom so I can place a chair underneath. I really like this chair that I got from Amazon, but I need two and there's just not enough space. So I printed 2 stools on my 3D printer that can fit underneath for seating. This table can be used for a dining room table, a desk, or a workstation, whatever the doll may need. And we can place a Briar horse on top for a little statue. This is one of those paint and play stablemates. I'm just gonna leave it white. I printed a smaller stool, and I'm gonna place one of our paper plants on top. And now it's really just about adding those super small details to make it feel lived in. Like dishes, all of ours are 3D printed. We can also add appliances like toasters, electronics like cell phones and laptops, and potted plants. Let's check the time. 18 hours and 45 minutes. Stop. We built a studio apartment in 18 hours with everything a doll could need. A kitchen, bedroom area, eating area / living room area, and a bathroom. Plus, we can move things around to give our apartment a new look. And the bathroom is completely removable, so we can open up the space. I absolutely love our faux glass brick window. This project did take me 18 hours and 45 minutes to complete, but you do not have to do it all in one sitting. Take some time to sleep. I used black and white foam board, 1 piece of black and about 6 pieces of white, give or take a little. But overall, I am very pleased with our studio apartment, and I think it will make a great gift for the miniature enthusiast in your life. Thank you for joining us while we built a dollhouse. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff and the Frog Vlog. And we will see you next time. Bye!
Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday.